You know what, Chad? I'm just gonna wait for somebody to get in here. I'm just gonna wait because this shit don't make no fucking sense, Chad. This shit don't make no sense, Chad. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Shit's looking like 2011 all over again, bro. No bullshit. No cap, chat. This shit's pissing me off. No bullshit, chat. With that being said, though, welcome to another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports. It's your boy, the one and only NERO. As you can see in my voice, I ain't really happy. Bro not happy either. Shout out to Bad Art, my nigga Cam. Fuck the Red Sox. It's true Red Sox fashion. It's fine. Nigga, no, it's not fine, bro. This shit ain't fine, cuz. What up, bro? What up,
Bro,
bro?
fuck them niggas, bro. Fuck them niggas, bro.
Fuck them niggas.
I don't really got much to say after the shit I said yesterday, bro.
No,
Like,
I'm already.
I literally told niggas, like, all this is fun and games until the end of the season. Like,
Right.
yeah, I had high hopes, but I never changed my prediction. I said before the season starts, we weren't going to make the playoffs, bro.
I know.
Is what it is, bro. Like, and the craziest part is, too, it's like, dog, this team is just it's not that it's sorry because Anthony and Abreu are on the lineup. Their bullpen was sorry to begin with. So
Yeah.
to me it doesn't even like it doesn't even compute as to why people thought that like this would continue when Anthony was and Abreu were literally the lifeline of this whole entire team anyways, at least in the lineup I should say. And Weisert's gotta fucking go. Dude, a lot of the people in the bullpen gotta go next year. Like
Yeah.
I don't care. Everybody has to be. There's very minimal people who should be untouchables. I feel like on this team, it should be the core of young guys.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's like an effort thing with Bregman right now.
Yeah.
But last night was not a good telltale sign
Nah, facts. Nah.
whatsoever. I'm not really sure if it's an effort thing with Bregman or he's just that bad right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just not it.
It is. It isn't
Not
it.
it, bro.
You're absolutely right, bro. Because I tell you, like, I'm looking at the comments right now. Also, I got bro saying, to be honest, I don't even care if we miss the playoffs. We don't have the tools to win it all this year. That's just facts. The NL got it on lock. DFA Weissert. Bregman opting out because he's a bitch. I mean, all that's a fact. No cap.
Yeah.
Like you might as well get and like my guy Amari said. Shout out to Amari, Bay State Media. You know he's always in here with me. You should know him by now. But we talked about this. We talked about this yesterday.
Yeah.
That will come out very soon. By the way, come out very soon via the Bay State Media. I don't see Weiser being on this team next year. Obviously, how it looks with Bregman right now. Honestly, I think he tapped out. I think ever since that opt-out shit came out, I think he's been done. No bullshit. And if he leaves, he leaves. It is what it is. But you know, Roman Anthony
I
being
mean, it's not gonna be. It is what it is to me. You gave up Devers for the shit, so
that is true too. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If he opts out, in hindsight, that whole situation is not good, and Breslow technically lost that whole situation
Yeah.
because the whole entire premise was okay. Like, were we gonna make moves at the deadline? Didn't probably happen to the ability of what Bregman thought it was going to happen to be.
Right.
That probably contributed. That probably is what kickstarted that. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Yeah.
That his thoughts probably came across when he said, in his mind, he probably said, "Well, they didn't do shit,
Right.
so what am I obligated to stay here?"
Right.
Like, and I think, yeah, he probably had that in the back of his mind on the back burner in case shit hit the fan, which it now has. So his whole excuse from his agent and himself will be, and his camp and the media will be, well, the Red Sox didn't do this and they should have done more. Okay, so it's going to be our fault. So, you know what I mean? Which, in reality, at the deadline, there wasn't much we could fucking do because we weren't really going to give anybody up. So it's really like we were in a rock and a hard place. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would, it's fucking loud as fuck. I would definitely say that like this is just not a good situation overall because now that with all this happening, I think you start to ask the question of like, what are we going to do this offseason? And then looking forward, like, did we overachieve too much to a point where we put ourselves in a bad position? And I feel like that was already a conversation to be had at deadline. And like I told everybody, I said, we're overachieving. I've said it in every single pod, every single live. I said, we're overachieving. I've been saying
Yeah.
it for weeks,
Yep.
weeks on end. This is all well and good, but the same problems are still there. And
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens when, obviously you do have a good group of guys who are young, 30 and actually younger than 30 for the most
Right.
part.
Yeah.
And you're the two best of that the two best bats at least so far this year are out of the lineup. And it's like, I can understand why the lineup looks the way it does, but you can't excuse the month Rafaela's had. If
Right.
Rafaela was honestly playing better, a lot of these games we would have won. Like
Right.
real shit. If
Yeah.
if if Rafaela and Brett Snyder and a couple other guys were more consistent and played a lot better, bro, we would have won a lot of these games. But
That's
all of a sudden, Abreu and Anthony go out with injury, and they just forget how to play base. Like I don't get it. Like
right.
it's confusing considering everybody's got their own bargain to hold up. Everybody's got the own end of their own bargain to hold up when it comes to having a role on this team. So the fact that other people aren't doing their roles because of injury is just mind-boggling to me. And it looks like Bregman's. It just looks like he's checked out, dude. I
I
don't
think,
know.
yeah. Yeah. I tell you, it's been night and day. It's been night and day since that article came out about him opting out, and then he was doing
Yeah,
okay for about a week or so, and then it got to the Orioles series, and ever since that Orioles series, he's just been it's really been a tough watch, especially when he's been up the bat. It's either striking out, you
yeah,
know, hitting ground outs. If he hits some fly outs, there's times he's making contact, great, but like you kind of just see him out there and even play in the field. It's
right,
like, this kid doesn't want to be this. I call him a kid, but this guy doesn't even want to be out there.
right.
Honestly, but like you even said, Amari, like how this looks right now, it really looks like if he were to actually leave, we were all saying that, oh, Brevzo might be a genius, but no, he honestly, like this is almost similar to a Kyrie Irving situation in a sense. You put all your everything in the basket for everything to work out without Devers and to have Bregman be one of the leaders. Now he's out, and now Devers is in San Francisco, and now he's back to looking like Rafael Devers, and honestly helping that team in a better spot to actually make the playoffs. Will the Giants make it? We don't know. We'll see. But the way how he's playing right now, it's almost like, man, if everything would have just worked out fine here, if they would have, listened to this guy or whatever, yada, 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 whatever, shit, maybe things would have been different. You know what I'm saying? But we're looking at this product right now. And quite frankly, Amari got a point. We really overachieved for the most part. Nobody expected us to really, be in this situation. It just all kind of put its place together when Roman Anthony got up, Alex Bregman was playing well, Zedon Rafaela was hitting, William Abreu's healthy, hitting and having a great glove, Jaron Durant stealing bases, Trevor Story looking like the old Trevor Story. Like it was a feel good story, you know?
Yeah, bro. They checked, but I don't think people realize, bro. They already checked out at that point, bro.
Yeah,
So it's like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they already checked out at some point.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But I will say, chat, got some more chats in there. He said, Bregman's such a fucking loser. Yeah, facts. And honestly, man, fucking opt out. Free up some bread. Not facts. I mean, hey, if he opts out, you have more money to spend. If he does opt out, and with that money, you just gotta honestly prioritize. You gotta spend the money. You gotta actually spend the money, and you can't get no name motherfuckers. You can't get guys like, oh yeah, we can develop into something. No, get some guys that are already established. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Like I tell you, let me take this one off my fault, chat.
Yeah, no, it's just it like yeah, freeze up bread 1,000%, but like dude, like like I just it's I wouldn't even say I guess you lost the whole trade in the hindsight looking at the end of it. It's really like, all right, well, you got to free up all this bread now. So
Mhm.
if at least you're gonna move, like if he's gonna move on, like first of all, actually before I even get to that thought, real
Yeah,
quick, why would they even give him this option anyways, knowing that you're gonna trade Devers? Like this is the type of shit that like now it's like, all right, well, now this thought process after I just said that, it just made me think of that.
yeah,
Why like what the, in what world why would you walk into that office or get on that phone and tell him, all right, well, if it doesn't work out, I
right,
get it. If you had confidence in your team, we were going to make the playoffs and we were going to overachieve to that extent. That's one thing. But you
right,
didn't somehow prepare or have a contingency just in case, like, God forbid, we went to go trade Devers and, well, which we obviously did, but we got to trade Devers and all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, at least if he doesn't opt out this year, he's stuck with us for another one.
right,
So it's like, at least they couldn't have done like the option for the following year. Like, I'm
right.
not under, unless he didn't accept that, unless that was on the table and he's like, I wasn't going for it, and they really wanted Bregman that bad, and
Yeah,
they thought that it was much of a risk. Obviously, we couldn't tell whether or not Anthony or Abreu was going to get injured. Like,
right,
obviously, no one can predict that, but like, there has to be at least where we're at as an organization. That had to have been a thought in terms of the phase of where we're at, in terms
exactly.
of the rebuilding process.
Right,
Like it's one thing if we were a flat out contender or we just had flat out talent, batting talent across the board, like the Mariners per se, like Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, Cal Raleigh, like Julio Rodriguez. It's one thing if that were to be the case. And I'm not saying we don't have talent, but it's not to the extent of the batting talent where, as you can see now, where the absence of two guys would be an issue. Whereas
right,
like on the Mariners, it wouldn't be an issue. I feel
right.
like it, even though they struggled a little bit, bro, they're on like an 11 game winning streak, 12 game winning streak. Like clearly it took them a little bit to get acclimated when Eugenio Suarez came to the lineup. And I feel like they traded for somebody else too, and I can't remember.
Josh
But
Naylor.
yeah, well, other than yeah, well, Josh Naylor and did they trade for a pitcher too? I feel like a relief pitcher.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
Actually,
so I feel like those guys were just getting acclimated, and that's why they had a slow start at
right,
when they first got to the team. But it was just kind of like they picked it up and like they struggled a little bit, but you could see like the that unwavering talent eventually is working out now. Where instead of being in a wild card battle and being on the outside looking in, they're
right,
literally in a division battle
right.
now at this point. And if we find ourselves on the outside looking in, I'm sure with the Mariners win today, I think they've either won 83 or 84 games, and we are at 83, and we just lost. So it doesn't help at all if the Mariners won today.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So
Hmm.
yeah,
I feel
not
you.
a good situation.
No, it really isn't. Yeah, no, you look back on everything that has led up to this point, and especially at the deadline, it's like, yeah, no, they really, you know, getting Steven Matz was okay. You should have pulled the trigger for possibly a guy like Joe Ryan, or even so, if you really want to be contenders, you really got to give some guys up. You can't be faking. Oh, well, we'll give this guy. We'll only give up Blaze Jordan. We'll be all right. We're going to contend. No, you're going to have to. How Dave Dombrowski did in 2018 when he got Nathan Eovaldi, Steve Pearce, and he blew up the minor league system. Now you don't have to necessarily blow everything up, but really, like you should have put yourself more in a position to really want guys to come in here. So, you know,
Mm,
Greg Breslow, it is, I can't. I was gonna say it is what it is. It is what it ain't. That right there just showed that you really weren't serious. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And honestly, quite frankly, he still don't look like a guy who's really that serious. Unless he does something in the off season where it's like okay, cool, but that's the off season we're worried about right now. And the
right.
nigga barely did shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's tough. I'm not, Chad. I will say I'm not going to recap no games. I'll give you the scores, but I'm not recapping these games. I will say last night, Sox won on the walk-off, which was cool. Great. We thought we was in a little bit of a better spot, but they went out there this afternoon and lost 5-3. Looked pitiful out there. You can you they lost. You lose two out of three to the Athletics who are going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have a home, and you lose to these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You don't even have a home, you know. And now again, like we mentioned it on a podcast which will come out. I mentioned it the last live a couple days ago. Every game, every game now is a must-win game, obviously, but now you're really fighting for your lives. Now there's you're in the final wild card spot. You're 1.5 up on the Cleveland Guardians, and you know how every year the Cleveland Guardians always try to do something towards the end of the year, even when they're not having a great year. They still find a way to always be in it. Now, now,
Right.
now I'm kind of worried. I'm not going to hold you. It's kind of panic mode because yes, you've won the series against the Guardians, but now the way they're looking right now, if the Red Sox continue to struggle, yeah, I don't know if there's a way to come back. I really don't. You know,
Yeah.
You got Garrett Crochet going tomorrow, so at least it kind of lessens up. You know, I would say lessen up like what's the word I'm going to say? Like it kind of limits how you would feel because hopefully, God forbid, prayers that Garrett Crochet gets it done tomorrow against the Rays, which in a team which he should, do what he has to do against. Cool.
Right.
But now you gotta really try to sweep these guys, and then you got two gauntlets at the literally next week in Toronto and in against the Tigers, and you might see us.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna see us at the Tigers game. No cap.
Yeah. You probably will.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
at that point, at least at that point, if it comes down to that, at least hopefully we'll see Garrett Crochet win.
exactly. No,
So
literally, right.
at
And
least
that's
that'll be
sad.
the
That might
highlight of
be
that.
something you get to look forward to at that point. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Which I don't. He seems like a pretty easygoing guy.
right,
I think as long as he's playing at this level and doing what he's supposed to do and he wins, like if we get the guy some bullpen help, I think it'll be more of an inclination for him to obviously have a year like he did this year again next year. But
right,
I don't know. God forbid. I don't know how. Obviously, like I said, obviously I just got back to baseball for Bay State Media this year, but I don't
right,
know how trades and stuff work. But like, is he gonna demand a trade? Like, I don't know how that stuff works. Like, if I were him, like I think this would be a situation where some of these Red Sox players can start looking at their situations.
right,
And if Breslow is not going to do his job, I think it's, yeah, it's such a bitch move for Bregman to do that. But you can't even blame them if they don't do anything.
right,
And I'm sure he's probably going to give it some time.
right.
I'm sure he's probably going to give them some time to make shit shake. But I mean, you can't you never know with Breslow. I
Yep.
mean, everyone was kind of trying to pressure him to do whatever at the deadline. I was okay with him not being pressured into doing anything. So, yeah, man, it's just a really dire situation more so than it is uh, a panic. Like, yeah, it's panic mode for sure, but it's more dire than it is panic than anything.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that is the truth. You know, it's you're still chat, if the season ends today, the Sox are in it. We know that. Cool.
Yeah,
You expect the Sox to really make shit like Amari said, really make shit shake even in the playoffs? Nah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like how the roster is right now. If you win a playoff game, we accomplish something this year. No cap.
yeah,
No bullshit. Now, do I think this team can somehow go on a magical run? Anything is possible. It is, but truthfully, no. Yeah, I'm not.
right.
I don't see this team making it to the ALDS. I don't see this team making it to the ALCS, let alone the World Series. No, God forbid they somehow find a way to get in. All right, cool. You're in the playoffs. Great, but you're probably going to play either the Mariners at the Mariners' place,
Hmm.
or somehow, some way, you might play the Yankees. And that's two teams right there that all they need is 2 wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All they
yeah,
need is 2 wins, so that's, you make it great, you win a game, cool, but at this point you're kind of really you're focused on now, but if I'm Craig Breslow, I'm looking at this team right now like, all right, let's get through this season and let's just go about it next year. That's really it.
yeah,
It's tough. It's tough because as Red Sox fans, we always want to see the Red Sox contend and try to win, but really where this team is right now, and especially that bullpen, it's your only hope is Garrett Crochet,
hmm,
and that's
yeah,
that's our guy, cool, but everybody after that is either hit or miss, and you can't
yeah.
You have to have more hit than misses. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it is what it is. It is what it is, chat. It is what it is. But yeah, Garrett Crochet does go tomorrow in Tampa against Drew Rasmussen. Crochet 16-5 with a 2.63 ERA, 240 strikeouts. Rasmussen, all-star this year, by the way, in Rasmussen. 10-5 with a 2.74 ERA, 122 strikeouts. Yeah, let's see what happens, Chad. Again, I ain't really focused on a deep dive into what happened in today's Get Out because really, quite frankly, it's not worth me. It's not worth my time. No bullshit.
Yeah.
If you were there to
Yeah.
watch it, you saw everything. If you weren't there to watch it, you heard it on radio, you saw the highlights, you know what the fuck's going on. I could really give a fuck
Yeah.
until I
You'll see us talk about it in the morning anyways. We did a long format. So it'll be up at like 7, 8 in the morning.
7, 8 in the morning. Word. So
Yeah.
yeah, chat. Be on the lookout for the Bi-Coastal Baseball Podcast. Our newest, well, the Bay State's newest episode, I should say, is coming tomorrow around 7 a.m. Tune into that. Some good information. Got the guys on there. My bro Amari killed it. I was on there. I did what I had to do. But the guys, hey, we always talk shop over there. Talk
You
about
already
it.
know.
You already
Yes,
know.
sir.
But other than that, chat, that's about it. It's going to be a quick live for tonight. Me and my nigga Amari, we about to get on the game, nigga. No
Yes,
cap.
sir. You already know.
We about to be gaming for
Y'all
real.
gotta get on that 2K. Y'all gotta get on that 2K,
2K,
yo.
CFB, whatever it may be. Honestly, in the meantime, I might still be on live. I might try to find a way to to connect my YouTube to it. That way you can watch. But other than that, chat, y'all catch me tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna probably recap the Sox game, but tomorrow will also be more of a Patriots episode. But yeah, chat. With that being said, this has been another edition of What the Hell's Happened in Sports with my brother Amari Scott, aka Mr. Bay State Media himself. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you for everybody in the comments. Shout out to Bad Art in the comments. My nigga Cam, he did his thing. Always
Yes,
talking.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, chat. We'll catch you later. I will catch you tomorrow. It's still Thursday. But yeah,
Yes,
guys.
indeed.
Hell yeah. Peace. Love y'all. We'll see you soon.